Federal investigators state that a California business owner used a karaoke bar turned brothel to funnel campaign donations to Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao and other members of the city's political class. Andy Dong, whose family works as Oakland's curbside recycling contractor, is accused of having surrogate handouts of 18,000 to various political candidates from 2016 to 2018. An undercover sting at a brothel in 2018 led to 3 arrests over accusations of drug and human trafficking. A former manager arrested at the front business is one of the suspected straw donors in Mr. Dong's alleged fundraising scheme. Mr. Dong's home was raided by federal agents on June 20th, as were the homes of Mayor Tao and Mr. Dong's father, David, who founded the recycling business California Waste Solutions. A representative for the Dongs stated that the family are good citizens who always obey the law. Mrs. Tao, who is facing a motivated recall effort, defended herself from any suspected illegal behavior last week during a press conference. The straw donors made their donations at the behest of the scheme's authors and reported as true donors on public campaign finance filings, but were surreptitiously reimbursed for their contributions. According to a 2021 court filings into the ethics investigation into Mr. Dong and an associate, the court filings was first uncovered this week by the news outlet Oakland Side. Quote, the authors of the scheme engage in activities in a deliberate effort to circumvent various restrictions on the true source and amount of campaign donations. Oakland law prohibits city contractors from giving money to political campaigns. Ethics investigators stated that former music cafe manager Charlie Ngo, who was arrested during the crackdown on the brothel, made over $5,000 in donations to local political campaigns despite not having enough money in his bank account. A filing from the Fair Political Practices Commission stated that Mr. Ngo only had about 50 to his name when he made a $700 donation to one candidate and only had $5 in his bank account when he made an $800 contribution to a now former council member. Investigators stated that Mr. NGO, quote, made a large cash deposit just before or after writing his check. Mr. NGO gave $800 to Mrs. Tao's city council campaign back in 2018. She received $2,400 from people linked to the now shuttered cafe while she was running for city council. The former manager had his brothel-related charges dropped by Alameda County prosecutors in 2022. Ethics officials stated to Washington Times that they are no longer seeking to subpoena Mr. NGO, but the investigation into Mr. Dong remains active. Mr. Dong was not listed the owner of the music cafe, but investigators stated that they obtained text messages between Mr. Dong and State Assemblyman Ash Kalra, where the recycling contractor talked about setting up Mr. Kalra at his karaoke club. Ms. Tao was adamant in a press conference last week that she would be cleared of wrongdoing in the federal investigation. Quote, I want to be crystal clear. I have done nothing wrong. I can tell you with confidence that this investigation is not about me. I have not been charged with a crime, and I am confident that I will not be charged with a crime because I'm innocent. Retained a former federal prosecutor as her attorney while the investigation continues. Authorities still have not disclosed why they raided the 4 homes last month. Ms. Tao also called out the timing of the federal search, which was executed a day after organizers seeking to recall the mayor secured enough signatures to put her on the ballot this fall. Recall supporters argue that Ms. Tao has contributed to last year's crime wave and dampened economic activities in the East Bay. Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price is facing her own recall election this fall over accusations that she was offender-friendly in the courtroom. Both Ms. Tao and Ms. Price were elected back in 2022. So let me just get this straight. So they have a brothel. They got some type of front dealing with a karaoke bar. Somebody else is tied in with the waste management, business. People are donating money of which they shouldn't be donating. Some people are seemingly broke, even though they're able to give money to political officials. And a lot of these things seem to be linked to her. So they raided her house. They went directly through both cars that were in the driveway, as you can clearly see. And they also went directly into the home, and they were, pulling out, I guess, devices such as computers, or whatever other electronics they decide that they want to pull out because it's the FBI. And then she's going to sit up there and state that she is innocent. And she was trying to say that this is some type of, conspiracy to, get her out of office and all this other type of stuff. Ma'am, no. Chances are very great that if the FBI is on you, the FBI has been on you. You just didn't know it. Chances are very great that there was somebody close by that might have been wearing a wire, that might have been tapped. They might also have some conversations that you may have had with other individuals. Like I said before, it's crazy that they also stated that, there's a potentiality or a link to human trafficking as well. Again, it's not looking good. This is a sitting political official, right? A representative that people voted in. And to have all of these things swirling around, this one person is not looking good at all. And then on top of that, this person is Asian American. Then on top of that, the other people as well are Asian American. And on top of that, they're all claiming their innocence. They're good citizens. They follow the rules, the regulations, and the laws. They would never do anything to go against America or the government. The model minority is at it again. How many times throughout these 5 to 10 years have we heard about some type of trafficking? That we've heard of a brothel or an area, a massage parlor, whatever you want to sit up there and call it. How many times have we heard about these things? And normally these things are linked to Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders, people that just got over here from Asian countries, right? And this is how they decide that they want to work, how they want to make their money. And then they decide that once they get that money, they want to clean it. They want to wash it. They want to, do it a variety of different ways. So why not donate it? So that when you donate it, you can claim it on your taxes and get it back at the end of the year, right? Rinse, wash, and repeat. And clearly that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm listening to. So this is why you heard them reference or use the terminology in there, money laundering, because that seems like that was taking place by a few different businesses, either by the waste management, by the karaoke / brothel, and other things in between there. It's not looking good. It is not looking good at all. Like I said before, it's the model minority, folks. It's amazing. How come the Asian Americans aren't talking about this? Why aren't all of the Asian American newscasters on the news talking about this? Why are they not trying to clear their people's names at this moment in time and advocate for how innocent they are? Just saying, it's a bit strange. You give somebody a little bit of power and look what they do with it. Quite interesting. It's very, very, very interesting. Again, the model minority strikes again.